what makes lust such a big factor, or like such a big favor in evolution of man, is not because it is something that is very interesting to the mind. We don't need it, we don't want it. It's just that we like the chemical of being suddenly enlightened with something, spiked, and then also lulled. You know, it's like you spike and then like, first spoon of ice cream is always the best, and then you don't even feel the flavor afterwards. Why? It's like you got that hit, that chemical, and then it becomes a placid energy. Why? Because we are becoming it. We understand it. As you savor ice cream, you're like, the nutrients and the neurons and the electrons. Oh, that's how it does it. Oh, okay. The placid feeling when somebody gets into the groove of music. You know, you first listen to electronica, not likely you're going to like it. You're going to go, oh, what's this? But then after a little while, you're like, wow, this is like breathing. It's like swimming. You become the music. It's like you fish in water. That's what happens with us and a lover. We are in a groove with it, and how it ties into sensuality and sex. Very good. So this becomes something that we think we want to savor or taste or over a little while or a long while develop. And that's Tantra, unfortunately, for most of the populace who explore it. They think it's in that going on, it's in that knitting, it's in that it's in that nice feeling. But guess what? Guess why this is not it for me? And what it is that makes me and other people like myself tantric always. And that is the knowing that when you are enlightened, you will see that you've been wasting time. You don't need the person. It's like you don't have to eat a container of ice cream to get a whiff or aroma of it, because life is too precious. Get this. This is Tantra, okay? Life's too precious for you to do the same thing too long. Life's too beautiful to sit in front of a TV with a container of ice cream. Life is way too precious, beautiful, and interesting to spend in sex or during an experience with another person that's sensuous or loving. It's very precious when we forget ourselves within another person. It's like we're taking all our energetic currency, we're just scooping it out for that one experience. You know, we're giving everything we are to another person, which is why Tantra cannot work for many, because they don't understand that this is a commitment to nothing, to nobody. It's the addiction of that sort where you're eating ice cream for 20 or 30 minutes just to feel that flavor, to understand that energy. You could have done it before you even opened your mouth and put the spoon in. You could have made it. You can feel all the ice cream is in one heartbeat if you let yourself. It's just like psychic things, you know, psychics, clairvoyance. It's what they do. A good clairvoyant, good shaman, one heartbeat, they feel everything in that one heartbeat. You can do this. We live in an expandedly tantric universe, and we don't actually have to mull over that one thing in order to get it. To have an enlightenment process happen through thousands of hours of sexuality with one person is equivalent to eating ice cream for 1,000 hours, trying to get every little nuance of flavor. It is not different. But the thing about Tantra that's inside you, is more than that. It's basically because you're not able to get that same feeling of knowingness and connection through having a reenactment of your own conception with another person. You cannot. This is where we forget. This is why we're overpopulated. This is why everything is so screwed up, actually. It's not actually, it's really beautiful. It's just, this is why we don't have a balance on this planet anymore. It's because trying to understand understand to get a strawberry, like understand a strawberry through eating a freaking container after container of strawberry ice cream. It isn't in there. It's not there. It's not there, and it's never going to be there. It is never going to be inside that. To notice a strawberry, to feel a strawberry, you got to go quantum. You got to feel. You got to feel it. You got to feel all that you are as a strawberry. This takes a split second, and then you understand strawberries. You don't need to eat 4 containers of ice cream or like 4 containers of strawberry to understand what a strawberry is. Just like you don't need 7 hours of tantric lovemaking in order to get that lift. And this is what happens. You can look like a strawberry, you can become a strawberry, you can embody a strawberry just by feeling strawberry quite often. I feel strawberry. What is a connection with another person? It's just sex with God. It's like sex with yourself. It's like wanting that feeling, that connection before your conception. It's wanting to be beyond yourself. You don't have to have it. And this is what I'm going to actually talk about next while. What it is, what was it that drove me or got me to capability? One of those things is not enough sensual, sexual, private, exclusively human contact. And one of the reasons why is not because it takes from you. It nulls you. You've got no more questions. That's why. So keep yourself hungry and keep yourself occupied, and don't get addicted to the feeling, because it's never changing. It's like I can eat 4 containers of ice cream, but what is the purpose of you? You can never see unless you go sometimes without. And this is going to actually take me to the next purpose point, is true love. So that's the next one I'm going to talk about. But before I go on to that one, I'd like to talk a little bit more on the subject of conception and what people are achieving through tantric misconception. When 2 people connect on a very, very unique tantric line, there shouldn't need to concept anything, because they have done and undone the whole nature, the fabric of life. If they got to the base of themselves, if they got to the point before their own conception where the orgasm has lasted for many, many minutes, maybe even many days, and they have disconnected from who they've ever been, from here onwards, the 2 people, 2 of you can build each other, or by yourself, maybe somehow, if you can, a beautiful new blueprint for life. That's basically the destruction of the cause and effect behind your birth, and the consideration of yourself as born again, okay? You don't need to conceive anything together. You don't need to make anybody new. You don't have to conceive how you could be on your own now or as a couple. You can now undress yourself to such an extent, hopefully, that you don't need to be. Then from nothing, from nobody, of course, nothing can never be. There's going to be a new person growing out of you as you. But that's a different story. But next one I'm going to talk about true love, I think.